month, we highlight a new book that is meant to motivate and inspire young men. The book is called Ascend, A Black Man's Guide to Elevation, Success, and Purpose. And we are here with the author and local celebrity, Ben Ali, co-owner of Ben's Chili Bowl. Welcome to Great Day, Washington.
Oh, thank you so much, Elaine. So happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you. I love Ben's Chili Bowl. I told you I used to live down the street, so
Yes.
you're for sure a celebrity to everybody here. But you wrote a new book. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Of course, what was the inspiration behind this book?
You know, Elaine, I've seen so many young black men struggling. The young guys are struggling out here with their identity, with jobs, with homelessness. There's a great racial wealth gap going on in our city and in our country. And I said, what can I do to help? And my dad started me on a journey years ago of personal development and growth. And I said, I want to speak to kids. I've always loved kids. And so I said, and it needs the black men to really be able to support the younger black men. The women are doing all they can, other people are doing all they can, but we have to step up as fathers and uncles and granddads and neighbors to help everybody else. And I look at the kids, I say, they're all my kids, they're all my children, and how can I help? And so I developed this program, this book, for self-help so that they can see the beauty in themselves, grow and live their best lives.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You mentioned your dad, and I'm wondering, who was your biggest role model while you were growing up?
Yeah, my dad for sure. And in the 70s, I mean, I'm talking 50 years ago, Dad had a company called Ben Ali Motivation. I have letterhead from that, and he taught us. He went to a place in Waco, Texas called Success Motivation Institute and came back with programs on how to develop yourself and taught me, drilled them into us as kids. And Mom, of course, provided the people side. Mom provided the love, the nurturing, the people side. Mom is from the country and just loves everybody. Yeah. She's, you know, Washington's matriarch.
Yes,
and so I got a lot from both of them.
Yeah, oh, well, he would be so proud of you now, continuing his legacy. Why do you think right now is a great time for people to read this book when it comes out?
There's so much negativity going on in our world right now. And we, of course, here in Washington, D.C., we have, you know, what's going on with the politics, what's going on around the world in warfare, in Palestine, in Israel, and global warming. There's just so much, and these kids are they're internalizing all this stuff. Their entire life has been, you know, glued to the screens, lack of interaction, COVID, gambling's legal, weed is legal. It's a kind of a crazy time and a crazy world for them. And so they're exhibiting anxiety and stress and depression. And why? Yeah. If they realize what God has given them inside, that they're perfect, they're capable, and they're able, and there's all these opportunities in the world, it's really how they see themselves and how they see the world that makes all the difference. So we're going to teach them some skills with this book. Skills are day by day. Practice skills every day that help you to monitor yourself, to control those inputs, like you said earlier. Yeah. Those inputs are going to give you the right output.
Yeah, what we consume is what we become, no matter if we're eating it or reading it or listening or viewing.
Absolutely,
so it's great that
absolutely.
We can maybe help change their perspective with
Exactly.
your
You know,
book.
it's just, everything is mind. And so it's really a mindset shift. There's nothing wrong with you, but there's a mindset shift. And you know, people always talk about, I see some of the kids say, well, I just want to be myself. I say, yeah, but guess what? There's many, many versions of yourself, of all of us, right? So we want to be our best selves, right? There's my moody self and there's my messy self, but there's my best self. And if you've ever had a great day, I say, you know, I tell kids, I say, you ever had a great day? Because the best day is usually your birthday. I said, imagine how you feel on your birthday. You wake up in the morning and you say, today is my birthday. It's going to be a great day. And they make it a great day, right? We all do. You ensure that it's a great day because you have mentally prepared yourself and anticipated that great day. To the rest of the world, it's just a regular day, right? But for you, it's your birthday because, so what if we could do that every day? So Dad told me another story. He said, son, every day's your birthday. It's a blessing, right?
What a great, and we are here on Great Day, Washington, and what a phenomenal father you have. And now you're gifting that back to all the children here in DC and everywhere to be able to take your book. And I know you're going to be turning it into something else once this book comes out, like something that they can kind of learn from as well, right?
Well, you know, I call it more than a book, I call it a movement, right? It's really a movement because we need everybody's participation. It's not about me, it's not about this one book, it's about everybody, you know, feeling the love to help somebody else, right? This is what Ben's Chili Bowl has always represented. Inclusion and helping each other, right? A community. And so this is the same thing, but I'm targeting the African American men in particular black and brown men and boys because they're one of the greatest needs, and it's who I identify with as a black man myself.
Yeah.
And so it's who I feel I can particularly make a difference in. So that's the community we want to serve, but it's really for everybody.
It's
the
for
principles
everybody.
are for everybody.
That's right.
They're
Ben,
universal principles.
That's wonderful. Thank you so very much
Thank
for being
you for
here.
having me.
Of course, we're
We're
so
gonna do great
appreciative.
things.
That's right, great things on Great Day Washington too. You can grab Ben's book, Ascend, on Amazon starting October 13th.